Bill 168 is one of Ontario's newest legislative requirements for employers with one or more workers. Bill 168 does apply to you. It is the law, and it applies to all employers and workers in Ontario. An employer is defined as a person who employs one or more workers or contracts for the services of one or more workers, and includes a contractor or subcontractor who performs work or supplies services, and a contractor or subcontractor who undertakes with an owner, constructor, contractor, or subcontractor to perform work or supply services. A worker is defined as a person who performs work or supplies services for monetary compensation. The Minister of Labour states that everyone should be able to work without fear of violence in a safe and healthy workplace. Violence in the workplace is not tolerated in Ontario. In order to enforce this statement, Bill 168, Violence and Harassment in the Workplace, an act to amend the Occupational Health and Safety Act, was established. This legislation came about after a 2005 inter-office relationship between a nurse and a doctor in Windsor, Ontario, ended and resulted in the nurse being murdered by the doctor. Following the coroner's inquest in 2007, there were 26 recommendations to have the Occupational Health and Safety Act, which protects workers against health and safety hazards on the job, be expanded to include harassment and abuse as grounds to refuse work. In December 2009, the Registered Nurses Association of Ontario also called on the federal and provincial governments to enact and enforce legislation promoting a violence-free workplace. Here's what you need to know about Bill 168. The Ontario government introduced Bill 168 April 2009. Bill 168 amends the Occupational Health and Safety Act to define workplace violence and harassment and describes the duties of the employer, which we will discuss more about. The bill was passed by the Ontario Legislature on December 9, 2009 and came into effect on June 15, 2010. It now places an explicit duty on employers to protect workers from workplace violence and harassment and place a positive obligation to take precautionary measures should violence appear likely to occur within the workplace. Many people feel that since harassment has been around for so long, they don't need training. Others feel that they don't need to be told how to behave. The truth is, we all need some help with basic skills, especially since the legal aspect of violence and harassment is changing constantly. Training can help prevent violence and harassment in the workplace. Harassers and violent offenders may think twice about their behavior. Victims will know how to prevent and confront harassers, and managers will be prepared to prevent and deal with harassing and violent situations. Training is also an excellent opportunity to review the workplace harassment and workplace violence policies, which every employer with one or more workers must have. Everyone should know how to protect themselves and others from a harassment complaint, and what to do in the event that a complaint is filed, and how to identify potential violent situations or situations that may lead to violence in the workplace. Beyond Rewards has developed a toolkit to alleviate the stress and many hours it takes to implement your violence and harassment program in your organization. You will be able to complete your risk assessment by following the guidebook and templates provided. Develop your customized policies by choosing from the templates included on the CD, and develop your procedures and programs to train your workers, supervisors, and management. Compliance is that simple. If training is not your thing, if you hate getting up and speaking, or you just prefer someone else to do it for you, Beyond Rewards can develop a customized training CD along with a customized workbook for your staff and management. You will be able to use this CD over and over again as you hire new workers to your organization. A third option, Beyond Rewards will come on-site and develop your policies, procedures, program, and conduct your risk assessment for you. After we have completed these steps, we will develop a customized training program and train your workers, supervise, and management team. Order your toolkit to assist you with policy development, risk assessment, program design, conflict management, and training of your workers, supervisors, and managers. In addition, Beyond Rewards can custom design a training program for you that you can present to all your workers, new hires, supervisors, and managers to keep the message consistent year after year. Order your toolkit and training CD today by calling us at 519-821-7440 or email us at info@beyondrewards.ca.